and whatever I see is smiling at me. Love is who I am.
So hello there everyone, and welcome to my circle of illumined ascension. So today I want to invite you to what I call my circle of love, which is my work of devotion to ascension that I deliver through Patreon. So I've talked about this many times, I've mentioned this before, but today I want to talk about some of the benefits that can actually occur once you join in the program, which isn't truly anything else but a very simple way of connecting through heartfelt wisdom and sharing with an illumination. So I've talked about a lot what illumined union is and means, and I've even shared my own compilation of Divine Trilogy of Light, which is my own musical journey of truly bringing forth the messages of illumined union through the sacred power of song, which is the divine word and frequency. And illumined union is not just a meeting of two individuals, of two beings, or a group of beings. It is actually a state of being that occurs when we use our own inner illumination, as I've been teaching through these many years, and then use this state of illumination in all of our relationships and all that we devote to, as well as our personal and planetary service that we bring forth through our own illumined light. So what are some of the benefits that you can actually experience if you join my circle of love? What was missing in a way in my YouTube video work, which was in many cases the bringing forth of illumined information of awareness that was necessary as a template of light, you know, for love to serve through our vessels, was the connection, right? The affinity to connect and share in a group work formation. So a lot of people nowadays join different communities, not necessarily for the knowledge that's being shared there or brought forth, but also for this deep desire to connect. However, the affinity within my own circle of love is not to connect, you know, from this personal level, but to connect in a deeper shared space. And what connects us is our love for devotion, is our love for the journey of beloved divine union, which is an illumined union journey, and our love for knowledge, for sacred knowledge, and for all that truly is being brought forth by the divine mother of life, as the giver of life, as that initiation of divine birth through us. So out of love, my Patreon page called Illumined Ascension was born, and I was recently very much showered or overflooded with these beautiful messages of love that my divine companions on Patreon have shared with me. And I'm truly blessed that I can do this work, and I'm amazed, you know, what the things that are coming forth are bringing to us as a group, and you know, the love that pours out every single time we connect in this way. So I'm really happy and fulfilled when I know that people are enjoying the messages, that people are enjoying the content, which fulfills me even more. So the group level of connection and sharing in a more relaxed space was something that I was really missing in my YouTube work, because I was never able to know who is behind the screen that I'm talking to, right? I know I'm talking to many people out there as I'm just unconditionally transmitting and emitting these frequencies of love. However, you know, in Patreon, you actually know who's watching, and you as sacred members of the group have the ability to comment, to share with me, to deliver your own sharing that way. You can ask for recommendations, right? You can ask me questions, as well as the topics you would like me to expand upon, okay? So what are some of the things I actually do on Patreon? There's 3 different levels of you to tune into the material, which is basically the profound wisdom coming through. So these 3 levels are the basic, the medium or the integrative level, and the advanced level. So while the beginner level has a more written form of reaching you where you are through channeled spirit message each month, a light grid, and now 2 lunar light grids as well to accompany and to further integrate the guidance of each month, which is something I really missed, the grid work, because you can actually take in the light codes and just allow that to sink into your being without too much excess energy, because the meaning of what I'm creating is that only that which is essential is being worked with. So this is a very safe space, and you can always take the content at the level you feel ready for. You can, shift between different levels if that's what you want, if that's what you feel. It's a very natural way, because something will always resonate more with someone and maybe something with someone else, because it's always for the group. The way I've been guided to share information always these years has been from the group level of soul consciousness format, which means even that which is asked by the individual is then shared with all for the group. That's how I work. That's how I'm built and how I operate in this realm. So this first level also includes channeled spirit drawings for each month, and sometimes occasional extra messages, which I don't know, it's all a gift, a blessing of the divine. The second level is more meant for people who really know they are on the journey of sacred partnership and illumined union, and these people can take in that content through my video sharings, which are Sacred Beloved readings, which are usually quite long, an hour or more, channel topics, also galactic readings. I started doing these. And then I have weekly channel goddess love sessions, which are used to unfold whatever's coming through in each week as a spiral. So these are messages that will always enhance the topics that we're developing, that we're exploring each week, something I'm presented with. And it's a more casual way, it's a more feminine way of sharing. It's not that vertical masculine, just sharing information and knowledge, but it's more a feminine perspective. It's also, because of that reason, more playful. It's more pragmatic, more practical approach. And these weekly sessions are almost like, I never know what I'm going to get, but at the same time, there's a fine line that connects all of this. So something maybe that we work with a certain week, then it will be expanded in the next week, but then a new framework will also be presented. So it's all very much a beautiful flow. I also, within each message, I always try to deliver personal messages for the people watching as well. So there's always a more personalized take-in for you as well that you can benefit from. The third level includes sometimes additional channel content, but mostly it includes a mastery course that is a result of the development that we're as a group moving forth, different stages of life. So each month I do a course, and you can see their themes and topics on Patreon as well. I did an Ascension synthesis course already, starting with this year. Then we had I think it was a soul absorption. Then we worked now with a magnetic mastery. So very much beautiful topics that makes us all masters of ourselves. Also, I do often channeled light activations and channeled spirit messages. Sometimes more, sometimes less. It's very much not controlled by what I want to do, but for me, how my guidance comes, it's always a spontaneous influx of energy. So it's very beautiful. And it's so much to share that I wanted to share with you, because I always mention this, but sometimes people don't know what it includes. So I wanted to say a few words about my work, because with this new astrological year, we're all starting something new, and I've been promising, and I've been actually notifying you that this will be my transition phase, and everything else I was doing is kind of phasing out. So this now can really be phased in, zoomed in, because our energy always goes where our focus flows, right? Or vice versa. What is also special about Patreon, these are some of the benefits, is that I sometimes offer discounts on my regular courses, which you can, as you know, always find on my webpage, Serapina Light. So sometimes Spirit will tell me this is very much important at this time, and I will share with my group and my devotees, this is very important. If you want, this is the discount. This is what we're working with. And then people will say, oh yeah, sometimes it's a thin line, people really want to get this delivered, but how it is in our world, with things of financial nature and such. So it gives you the ability to access all of the material simultaneously. So even with channel messages, you don't have to download them separately, each by each, right, on my download page. But you can have all of these together in one place for just a monthly energy exchange. So that's a very good deal, basically. You can get a lot more for that minimum energy exchange. But as a last thing, as a last resort, Spirit recently guided me to sometimes create these gifts. Just this week, because we have the beginning of the new year, I was guided to create a very special Goddess Provisions box. It's almost like a self-care package. For some of the things we're actually talking about, how to anoint the beloved, how to live the beloved, how to physically bring that energy into cultivation. So I was guided to channel something very much supporting this physical beloved journey process. So someone will be able to win that, you know. So when we have these sessions, when people watch, they get to comment, and it's all a more interactive approach. It's more personalized, therefore it is also much more intimate. And this is something that I really feel you cannot do at such a widely open platforms like YouTube. And the more you refine your own sacred knowledge and understanding, the more you also have to protect it. So just this week in the Goddess Love sessions, we will talk about cultivating sacred space. And I'm just really excited because I'm going with the flow. You know, in the past, I used to be more focused, you know, in YouTube videos that Spirit was telling me this is very important. So I felt like I need to share awareness about it so people can really start to wake up to the truth, not all these confusions and half-truths. You know, that's kind of like my passions, for people to really wake up, not partially wake up and they stay there and just fixed in a certain modality of expression, instead of feeling life infinitely flowing through them, because life truly is infinite and we are all, if we want to be, if we work for it, the essence of pure life. Right? That is what being baptized by Holy Spirit means, but it's also a very playful journey of our inner illumined child. So this is, for me, the Patreon is kind of like my baby. It's my child that I'm birthing, and it's really beginning with this year. I started with the new year, but I feel now it's really building momentum, and each time I share something, like a certain part of the content, I'm excited for what the next step will bring and what our next channeling will deliver. So sometimes there are very long messages, but you know, you can always work with it the way you want to. It's not a fixed kind of, you know, linear approach. It's all out there you get to take, and you don't have to take things sequentially like how I put them out. You can just take them at your own time and pace, because this is not like a program, right? This is just a space. It's a shared space of love. It's a circle of love, and of course the light of illumination. So if you feel the calling at any time, this is a timeless service I'm providing. Of course, you can join in at your own divine guidance, and I hope to see you there, right? Because I really feel that's the next step. But in all purity, I truly wish you the most beautiful astrological year ahead. 2019 is a special year, especially for divine unions. It is something most profound is happening, and just recently this equinox and Libra full moon channeling for the beloved session was so profound. It actually brought tears into my eyes, and many times we have these emotional moments, and this is what I love about this space, because it's sacred and it's kind of guarded and protected, so that, you know, only people who truly want this content, who truly want to commit and devote, will come in. These people are usually very pure souls, more advanced souls. And so there isn't this friction, you know, with people who don't always have the proper understanding, and they won't always appreciate that which is shared freely. So that's kind of like the more sacred and refined your sharing becomes, people won't always appreciate it once it's offered like this. This is what most people who offer readings and services will tell you. They all practice this law, that what is shared is their own time and cultivation of birth, and it's their sacred work on the planet at this time. So I hope to see you. My page is called Illumined Ascension. You can find the link in the YouTube section of the page where it says information, but you can also just type in Polona, Aurea, Dawn, Illumined Ascension, Patreon, and you'll get the gist of it. Anyway, guys, have a happy new year. I love you all so very much, with love, wisdom, and power. Bye. Have a great one.